So hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how we can quickly create a node startup for with the TypeScript. I want to create like APIs in Node.js and along with the TypeScript, then how we can quickly set up. So without wasting the time, I'm just going to jump back into the VS Code editor. And like to start any project, you will have to first initiate npm. So we'll have to initialize the npm. So instead of like doing one by one, I will just use yes switch so that it will create our packages.json file. I will do a little bit modification here. So first, before that, I will add a source folder here. Since source will be our um, maybe you can say the main, all the TypeScript file will be available here. And for now, I'm just creating one uh, index file here, and this path should exist in our application. Otherwise, it will throw errors. That's why I'm just renaming it accordingly. And I'm not going to create index here. That's why I'm just giving the path of the source file here. All right. So let me first install dependencies step by step. So there are so many dependencies. Like first, the important one is like TypeScript, and that we'll need to install it using the D switch, since that will be the dev dependencies. And once we install the TypeScript, okay, why this is coming? Okay, yeah, that's fine. The video is working. Okay, so now we have just installed the TypeScript. Let me see the recent version of package. Now we have here TypeScript. So we'll have to also create uh, initiate our TypeScript config test config file. So either we can install TSC globally, or we can just use npx here, and we'll do the same thing. We'll create the TS config. There are some essential features which are already enabled and others are disabled. You can explore about them, and like some of them are default by default enabled. So I'm just going to keep it as it is. And there's some of the things which I need here. So for example, my interest of the folder is source, so I'm just going to replace it with the source. Okay, Isashi, and like there's one more thing which I need to do. Like output directory should be like it should be disk, so it will create a disk folder and have all the have all the compile files there in ES5 module. So if you see the target, we have ES5. If you change it, then it will be a different version. Okay, and now I will be installing some basic dependency which we can use and see like if it is working fine or not. So let me quickly add one console log, so that if when we will compile it, we'll be able to see like it is working fine. And later we will add more code here. So first we'll be installing the required dependencies that we can, using that we can create a simple web server or something like that. So for example, here I'm just going to install express helmet morgan. I will explain about all of them in a while. Across env.env, um, and what else, and I just want to add one more http status codes, and think that's fine for now. Yeah, that's fine for now. And I will add a couple of dependencies as dev dependencies, since for express, I don't know why this is coming. I'll check it later, but yeah, there's some reason for that, but it is getting installed properly. And now I'm just going to add some dev dependencies here, like for the type definition, we'll have to add the type definition of express, and I will have to add the type definition of morgan as well. We'll have to, and rest will be using the Node.js type definition. So I'm just installing it, and if we face some error, then we'll see why this is suddenly started happening. Probably this folder is running. Let me close it. Yeah, that's fine. And now we have all the dependencies here. Maybe required dependency. I'm just going to add one more dependency, that is concurrently, which will help us to run command. concurrently, sorry for the spelling, concurrently, and there's one more ref that helps us to remove the folder while the development. So this is equal to the rm-rf, so that you might have used in the Linux or Linux environment. So these are the two dependencies. Without wasting time, meanwhile it is installing things, I'm just going to add some scripts here. So that scripts will look like, for example, if we need, first we'll have to build. So for the build command, we can have, so how we can build Typescript. So there we will add tsc. No, so first we will have to remove, if we have already created the existing folder, then we will have to remove that. So we'll be removing it, and then we'll be running the tsc command here. That will, it will build our project. Now for the development purpose, okay, so we will be using cross env here, since otherwise we'll have to set the different command for the Linux and the Windows that have to pass an environment variable. So this will be the development, and we'll use concurrently to run two commands concurrently, and that will run two commands parallelly. And here since I'm going to use quotes, I will have to escape both the quotes, and inside the first quote I'm going to add first command tsc watch, and inside the second I'm going to add, okay, so I need nodemon here. So let me add the command, then I will install it, nodemon. Otherwise it will ask to, otherwise I'll have to copy all this, since it will not allow to replace it directly, since it will be replaced after, like, when we install the dependencies. So nodemon -q, and here what we can do is, like, we can provide the exact path of the disk. So in disk we'll have like index.js. Here we have index.ts, but after this build file it will create an index.js file. So I'm just giving the path of it, and there's one more command I will need. So for the production I can just create one start and cross env. Here we can add node env, and here production. Again I will add concurrently, but there will be little change in the command. So let's see how we can do. So here first let me escape the quotes, and this one as well. Now we don't need to watch, so, and we can just simply use npm run build. That will create our build folder, and then we can even we don't need nodman watch our changes, so we don't need nodman since it will be running in our production. So we can just use node and dist index.js. That's it. And yeah, and okay, so it is not allowing me to save, so let me just copy this text, and I will close this and will copy back again here. Let me go back and copy it. Okay, now I'm just going to install one more dependencies, nodemon. Before I move further and create some APIs, one API, or maybe do the basic server setup, I'll just try to run the command npm run build, and we'll see like if it is creating build file or not. So now you see that this file is created, and with the es5 hello world console log. Again I'll check as well the serve command, it is working fine or not. I think it is working fine. Now let's move to the next step of creating a basic server. So for that, like, I'm just going to use environment file here, env.development. So usually it picks up, so we'll be creating a separate environment file for env.development and env.production. So that will be based on the environment. So for now, like, for the production, for the development, we can add port here 8080. Okay, I'm just going to close it for a while. and we'll later run it. Okay. In index, I'm just going to quickly import sample libraries like express, and I will also need type express request response, and this will be from express. I will require helmet which I've installed. This is for this will be adding our security headers, and this is one of the middleware in the express in Node.js, and we can also um, use Morgan here that is used for the logging, and import .env that will help us to parse our environment file, and here .env. I'm just going to import one more HTTP. Uh, so this is from HTTP status codes, and I need status codes from here. So if you can check the documentation as well. There everything is written for every library. So first I just want to set up the environment file. Otherwise it will not able to parse the file. So here when we can pass the path, in the path we'll have to provide the path of the like how it will be picking up the environment file. So by default it picks .env, but I'm just giving the new file name, and here I will be passing the process.env dot node.env. Okay, now everything is set up for the environment. We'll have to so let's create the express app. So its type will be express, and we'll have to call this as a function. And now I'm going to set up the middleware. So let's say middlewares. Here I'm just going to write middlewares, and here in the middleware uh, I can add.use helmet. I can add now the express comes with the body parser middleware, so I'm just going to use it instead of explicitly installing it, since some people does not know about this and they install it. But yeah, now we don't require the parser. Also, like in JSON we can configure the size and all, everything are there, more configuration allowed, so you can check documentation for that. uh, URL extended false. I'm just going to add Morgan. So Morgan is used for the logging purpose. So in Morgan, I will be using the dev, and you can check for like how we can stream to the file as well. So if you want to create the, I'm just going to create the basic route here. So basic app route get slash, it will be listening on this. I will create request response. In request, we need type here as well, since we are using Typescript. So we'll verify if Typescript is working or not. Response, response, and fine. So we can use raise.json, or we can just we should also use the status code. So I'm just going to use the library which I have already installed, and here in send we can pass even HTML. So why not use HTML? And HTML will be using Node.js TypeScript setup, and I think what I need is like I will need the port from the environment. So I'm just going to add the const port process.env.port, and here we can provide the alternative port 3000, and like in app.listen we can use port, and in the next parameter will be the callback, and we can add log here like server is running on port, and we'll have to use the variable port here. Let's try to run this. I hope this should work without any error, but who knows. Let's try to run npm run serve and see if this is working. It looks like it is working, but why it is printing hello world? Maybe that is coming from the existing. I don't know. Let me check the dist file first. Uh, it looks good. Everything is fine. That hello world is like in the earlier log, so just ignore it. And now I'm going to check localhost 8000 in different tab. So it's working fine. So that was it for like adding creating a basic setup for the Node.js and TypeScript. I hope you would have understood a little bit. I just tried to finish it quickly, and you can see the log is also coming here, which is due to the Morgan. And you can also study about like how we can create files. We can and there we can log it. You can bind it. You can pass. You can parameter as the stream writer. So you can do that as well. That's it from for today and in this video. Thanks.